Welcome back to Indiana Diecast Racing and the continuing action of the Final Fantasy Fracas. Today we've got groups 71 and 72. For Group 71, first up is Mummy Dust, not to be confused with Mommy Dust, which makes no sense at all. MD's from Dubious Diecast and driving Ghost, a 40-gram Astana Hotto. From Disaster DC, Bronson Bossman Sandrick, his name nearly doesn't fit on the screen, is driving Pico, a side draft weighing 55 grams. The next driver didn't send any cars, but he sure donated a lot to help the puppies. Cyrano Buckminster is representing the home team in No Splitter, a 52-gram crescendo with no splitter. And from Miniature Car Racing, sponsored by Doc's Wings, Gabriel is driving, wait for it, you'll get it in a second, Raw and Wriggling. Yep, it's a fast fish. See, makes sense now? Weighing 42 grams. Mommy Dust and Bronson start up front, Cyrano and Gabe in the back. The inside lane noses ahead, and Group 71 is off and running single file. Mummy oversteers, and Buckminster spins, avoiding the collision. Bronson catches Cyrano and tries to force his way past. Gabriel joins the fray, and it's gonna be Mummy Dust, Cyrano Buckminster, Bronson Sandrick, and Gabriel. Everything was smooth till Mummy nearly loses it in the S's, and for once a driver doesn't choose violence when Cyrano steers to avoid her, very nearly wrecking them both anyways and opening the door for the boss and Gabe to catch up. Somewhat surprisingly, no passes are made and no DNFs occur. Messy but clean here on lap 1. Buckminster and Mummy up front, Gabriel and Sandrick in the back. Cyrano takes the lead and Mummy Dust just able to squeeze in front of Gabe. Buckminster slows, collision, and he briefly drives up on the wall. Gabriel getting snowplowed down the track. Cyrano Buckminster again survives potential disaster, this time for the win. Mummy and Gabe cross the line for second and third as Bossman falls off the track behind them. Cyrano apparently understeered exiting Echo Base, taking a hit from Mummy Dust, then somewhat returning the favor and nearly knocking her off in the next turn. Mummy Dust and Cyrano Buckminster now tied atop the group with a decent lead over Bronson and Gabe. The bottom pair share the inside lane, maybe they can get something going here. The group stays close, but Gabriel appears to have the edge. Buckminster outdrives Bronson and takes aim at Gabe. He gives him a tap, and here comes Sandrick. They dash for the finish, and Cyrano Buckminster steals the win from Gabe right at the line. Mummy Dust rolls in really late, but the entire group finishes the lap for the second time. Exiting the final turn, Gabe had a fair lead, but doffs a lot of speed into the wall, allowing Buckminster to catch him inches before the line. Buckminster clinches round 2 with his third top 2 finish. While it's a long shot for Bronson, the rest of the group still has a chance. Underdog Bossman Sandrick leads from the pole on lap 4. With the help of Mummy, Bronson pulls ahead and the field gets in line. Gabe spins out and blocks Buckminster. It's now a 2-car battle. They spread out and Sandrick takes the checkers. Mummy Dust is second, Cyrano Buckminster is third, and Gabriel fourth. Despite the victory, Bronson will fall just short due to his lap 2 DNF. Cyrano and Mummy Dust move on. For Group 72 from Flips Racing, it's Skeeter, a good southern name, driving a 97-gram governor called The Governor. From DRT3K, Ham Sol, wait, that sounds familiar. Anyways, he's steering Blooper, an 80-gram slingshot. Representing Vapor Racing, Gilu is in an Impavito weighing 84 grams called Phil's Lambo. Lastly, from Arlo Racing with some very nice light effects, Roman Gray is flying the Hydra Stomper, a 71-gram Oh, wow, really? This was originally a crescendo. Skeeter and Ham start up front, Gilu and Roman in the back. Skeeter and Gilu quickly get out front from the inside lane. Gilu chases Skeeter, but Skeeter's not making any mistakes. Skeeter and Gilu go 1 and 2. Ham and Roman a distant third and fourth. I'm almost wondering where the chaos has gone lately. Jilu moves up front alongside Skeeter and to continue where they left off. Jilu wins the lead this time. Ham must be having trouble, he's so far back we've lost sight of him. Skeeter putting the pressure on while Roman trails close behind. Jilu takes lap 2 just ahead of Skeeter and Roman. Watch Roman's exhaust as he flies through the S's. Hilarious. Skeeter and Jilu tied atop the group. Points underdogs Roman Gray and Ham Sol on the inside lane, but the speed of Jilu and Skeeter is just too fast. Jilu leads Skeeter and Roman once again. Jilu wobbles and they clump together. Jilu hangs on for the win, and Roman steals second from Skeeter. Sam again takes a distant fourth. That was actually a pretty savvy bit of driving, diving inside Skeeter when he got held up by Jilu. Jilu locks up her spot in round 2, while Roman's got a steep 3-point deficit to make up to catch Skeeter. Ham and Roman up front, Skeeter and Jilu in the back. Roman briefly gets an edge, but Skeeter pushes Ham Sol out front for the first time today. Jilu coasts in the back while Skeeter continues to toss Ham down the track. This is the closest the 4 drivers have been today. Sam gets sideways, and Roman Gray swings around to make a double pass for the win. Ham slides across second, and it's impossible to tell, but officials are awarding third place to Jilu. No freaking way. That allows Roman Gray to tie it up with Skeeter despite the seemingly impossible odds. We'll go right back for a best of 3 runoff. And they toss a coin for the lanes and Roman will start inside. I gotta admit, I'm not optimistic for Roman here. Skeeter's got one of them flips racing sleds and it's a banger. Skeeter takes lap 1 with relative ease. They swap lanes, and despite the drama, Roman is 1 loss away from elimination. Oh boy, Skeeter's even faster this time, and barring any mistakes, this duck-off is over. Skeeter makes up for lap 4 and moves on with Jilu. Four more names added to round 2 today. And how about that? Both Roman Gray and Bronson Sandrick have been awarded spots on the wildcard list. Congratulations to Cyrano Buckminster, Mummy Dust, Jilu, and Skeeter. This has been Jim D for Indiana Diecast Racing. Be sure to check in next time for more slightly above mediocre diecast racing and the continuing round 1 action of the Final Fantasy Fracas.